Okay, here we go. Chaos. Bringing a mighty air force. Well, I'm not sure how mighty it's gonna be, but to bring an air force for sure. With the final transmutation, Plague of Rust. And yeah, it's a Chaos Sorcerer on a dragon. That's something you don't see every day. 2 exalted heroes flying in the skies. Chaos Warhounds. I bet there's gonna be 5 Marauders. With some Forsaken. Yes, indeed. Although it's only 4 Marauders. And aside from that, we have some Chaos Knights looking to show these Bretonnians. Yeah, there's a Chaos Knight on each flank. I love it. Looking to show these Bretonnians that they can fight too. Both sides will be rushing the hill here. Cavalry of Bretonnia, the Knights of the Realm, and the Questing Knights just pushing forward. Take that hill. Don't want to stay on this low ground. Fox arrows pushing forward. There are some upgraded foot squires here. Gotrek, a paladin, and the Fey Enchantress, and Astolfo with a trademark move, just charging the front line. I mean, why wouldn't he, right? Because there's nothing here to really punish this charge. He gets a lot of early damage in. Although the Chaos Warhounds and Chaos Knights are getting some punishment done here, while the Manticores engage on the Fey, getting some good damage on her. So, the first charge not totally unpunished. Astolfo once again sending in his cavalry. Looks to be way more on point already than he was the last time we saw him. On this side, the peasant mob are getting killed. Meanwhile, Celt, Ibero, Magan, thank you for the follow. So, peasant archers are shooting the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. He's kind of a squishy character, even on that big dragon. Look how quickly it's dying. Just to get out of there. Yep, and he is. Good reactions from Crabling. Manticores are fighting in the center, and look at the final transmutation. Earthblood is here to counteract it, but you can see the hit points dropping very rapidly on the companions. One of the questing knights is routing. The companions are heavily damaged. The paladin's leadership is dropping. But on the side, the Fey Enchantress is shoring up this flank against the Forsaken and the Chaos Marauders. We're of course making quick, I'm gonna say quick meat. Going to make quick work out of these peasant mobs. Little paddling from the exalted heroes here will probably cause them to tear out Elf, but instead, of course, they're going for the Fey Enchantress. Gets a big hit on her. The other exalted hero kind of blocked by his buddy. Questing Knights doing what they can to help the Fey. She looks to be retreating through her companions of Canel, but these guys are wavering and look like they won't be holding for much longer. The center, the Chaos Knights are being assailed by 3 units. Bretonnian cavalry. One of them is kind of tied up in the unit of Chaos Knights. Peasant mobs have broken on the side. Chaos Marauders are coming in from the side. Foot Squires, also getting crumped here by the Forsaken and Marauders. Bretonnia looks to be on the back foot, but that's often how it looks at the start. They usually manage to bounce back. But Chaos has a lot of mobility here. They did catch the Fey Enchantress between these 2 Manticores, and she's getting chomped. Also the dogs are on her, so I don't think she's pushing out of this. If she doesn't push out of this, then she's gonna be dead. And if she is dead, then there's no more healing, there's no more leadership. And Chaos will probably push to victory. Looks like that's what Crabling is doing, just ignoring Gotrek for the most part. He is unbreakable, so no real point in trying to kill him quickly. Yeah, so many units here. Routing or unprotected. The Fey is on the run. Exalted heroes are charging after the Fey. Chaos Sorcerer Lord is healthy, also getting pulled away from Gotrek. Yeah, I think this is it. Looks like Chaos is doing it. Just wait for game 3, they always say when it comes to Chaos, but Crabling isn't waiting. Just gonna kill one of the toughest Bretonnian players out there. With sort of an unconventional build, but when you think about it, quite strong. Especially the way he used it. Okay, so that's the 2-0, or not the 2-0. 1-0 to Crabling. Astolfo still in this? On the back foot, and he used his best faction, so let's see. He's able to bounce back from this. Well, Forsaken, they used to be very strong in Warhammer 1, but they're a unit that relies on like short engagements, killing stuff quickly, killing stuff yeah, before they take too much damage, not really fighting in prolonged engagements. And they can still kind of do that, but the problem is in Warhammer 2, all units got more health. Some units even got more models, like Demigryphs in Warhammer 1 had 18 models, Demigryphs in Warhammer 2 have 24 models. And basically that change was made to make the pace of battles a little bit slower. And so it benefited units that are more grindy, and it was a detriment to units that relied on the charge and on like short, fast engagements. Because if you kill a bigger percentage of the unit that you're charging on the charge, then whatever happens after that is less important. But the longer the engagement lasts after the charge, less important the charge is. And that's kind of what hurt Forsaken. Do Glady and Waystalker count as 360 or not in your rules? You mean, do they count towards cap of 5? Or 6, sorry. It says max 6 units with 360-degree firing angle. Single entity monsters and war machines don't count. So yes, they actually do count towards that. But I suppose since I wrote single entity monsters, you could circumvent it a little bit by putting the Glade Lord on a dragon. Yeah, like Forsaken, Double Shaggoth. Those were the days, man. Rest in peace, Wood Elf Guide builds then. I don't know, isn't it usually like 2 or 3 Way Watchers? Blade Lord, Waystalker. That's 4 or 5, and then a Sister of the Thorn at 6. Well, I'll have to think about it. I seem to remember that characters were actually exempt from that originally, and maybe it wasn't like a conscious choice to make them count towards that, but more like an editing thing where a line got removed or something. I'll think on it. But the problem is, though, if you do allow it, now that I think about it, could be like 9 units with 360 range for firing arc. Like it goes from 6 to 9. And I'm not thinking of Wood Elf specifically, but imagine a bunch of chameleons and then 2 skin chiefs or something. Whatever, we'll think about it later. Hi Curtalicious, man, I haven't seen you for ages. How are you doing? So good to see you again, man. Okay, so Crabling. Bring the Empire. Against the dirty rats. Has Flagellants. 2 of them. Spearman with shields, Sigmar's sons. How many spearmen with shields? 4? Actually 5. There's one skulking in the back here as well. Yeah, the 5 spearmen are pretty standard. Great cannons. Great cannons. Volkmar the Grim. Grand Soulfire, Grand Shield of Faith, Banishment, Jade Griffin. Empire Knights, 3 units actually. Also 3 Pistoliers. Pretty strong there. So yeah, this is the type of build that I think is kind of interesting for the Empire, where you outshoot the Skaven or try to. Then you have Volkmar, which is kind of difficult to kill. I will see if Crabling and his Skaven. He is of course a very good Skaven player, probably one of the best. Can deal with that. Looks like his build is just prepared to go forward no matter what. There are the Wheels of Doom. 5 Rat Ogres. Clan Rats with Spears. Ixchia's Triads. The Gracier of Plague will have to be a little bit careful of all those Pistoliers and Great Cannons. First Fireball comes in onto the Wheels of Doom. Can it dodge? Look how good Crabling's micro is. Ooh, very clean dodge there. Fast fingers from the Russian. Well, they're both Russian. So Pistoliers feigned a charge. Don't waste their ammo on the Skaven slaves. Oh, actually got close enough to get a little volley there on the Rat Ogres. That's nice. Ixchia's Triads, the illusion is being used to sort of zone these guys out. That's a very nice play from Crabling. The Empire Knights are also threatening the charge. Not going for it right now though. Meanwhile the cannons are hammering away on the Great Seer. It's dropped to like 80% hit points. It's quite a bit. A Grand Soulfire being committed against Ixchia's Triads, but this is not the real Triad. Also a Banishment. It seems to be going into nowhere. Bit premature there, I think. Gonna hit the Triads a little bit. And that's the thing that... So everything so far on the approach has gone pretty well for Crabling, but the Gracier of Plague seems to be the weakest link here. And with him, the Lord would die. And all the magic would be gone, but look at that, the Storm Vermin summon. Just instantly wiping out this Great Cannon. The cannons are nicely spread though. So the one cannon will probably not be attacked by that summon. Also the Unholy Clamor, you can hear it there, giving vigor and leadership to these Skaven who have managed to crush the right flank. Look at this. Left cannon already exposed to these Rat Ogres. What is the cavalry doing? Cavalry is charging around. Burning Head rattling through. Looks like another summon is coming in, because where Volkmar is giving the buffs, the Empire is really winning quite heavily. Ooh, the Great Cannons. That's a big loss though. At least they got a good amount of damage on the Gracier. More fireballs too keep coming in. Crabling is very quick on his micro here. I'm not sure if he really dodged that one or if it was going to miss anyway, but at any rate, it didn't hit him. Rat Ogres doing a good job against Volkmar. The Assassin's Trophy here, debuffing the man to 6 and 0 stats. The Knights have gotten hold of the Wheels of Doom, but the Wheels of Doom not too horrible actually at fighting Knights. Can't really surround it properly. In the back, a lot of units are getting chased off, and Astolfo has to mind not to lose his Pistoliers. The Pistoliers are very important for killing Rat Ogres and maybe eventually the Gracier, also for chasing things. Seems right now, 2 of them are routing, 1 of them is in melee. That is bad. That's potentially game changing. Burning Head comes through, hits really well, just killing Skaven slaves though. So going to hit these Empire Knights, cook them a little bit. Their armor think there's going to be another banishment into the Death Runners. Yeah, this is a close fight, guys. There's the Pistoliers, they could still rally, come and deal with the Rat Ogres. Volkmar is still regenerating. Banishment hitting the Vixtrins Death Squad. Volkmar the Grim is trying to blow them up with the Grand Soulfire, and that's a good hit. But Volkmar is also being chased by the Wheels of Doom and the Assassin and the Death Squad. Yeah, fights are kind of happening all over the place. Pistoliers are trying to rally in the back here. Clan Rats kind of chilling, but they're reacting just as I say that. And this Gracier is still alive. Slapping away at whatever comes this way. It looks like the Skaven have too much stuff left, just a little bit stronger in melee than these Empire State troops. Loss of the cannon's quite tough. So the Pistoliers are coming back and they have their eyes set on this Gracier. Right Wizard keeps flinging fireballs like a madman, but oh no. The fireball just passed through the Plague Bell. It seems like Crabling has been so good dodging those fireballs with his Plague Bell. So every time a fireball came his way, he was controlling it, and I don't think a single one has connected, so that's a massive deal actually. Like, imagine if 2 more fireballs hit him. He will probably lose. Well, he will probably lose the Gracier. I'm not sure if he would have lost the battle. Crabling, very strong showing.